Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. No, I think you got a lot of pushback. You won the World Championships last year, and unprompted, you said you see these hats and they have world champions on it, which we've always called the basketball players. We've always called the NBA, the NFL, the Super Bowl champ. We've always called MLB. We've always called them world champs. I think that's where a lot of the blowbacks, because it seems like one of America's best athletes was taking a shot at some of America's best athletes. And I think it kind of put you under the eye, because then, basketball players said what they said, some football players chimed in also. And then for the first time, I actually saw some of these athletes like openly rooting against you. I mean, something you would probably never see in another country. You're not going to see the Dutch, somebody from Dutch, rooting against Femke or rooting against Karsten, he's from Norway, or Ingebrigtsen. We're not going to see that. Do you think you brought some of this on yourself with that comment, or what were you hoping to accomplish by making that comment?
I think the last question that you asked, what was I trying to accomplish by making the comment, is the most important one.
Yes.
Everybody sees the clip. Everybody sees the thumbnail. Everybody sees the 16 seconds. But did anybody decide to ask, what was the question that was asked to me? The question that was asked to me is, how do you feel knowing that when you go back to your own country, unlike these other countries that celebrate their athletes on such a humongous stage, when Teboho won his gold medal, he went back to a stadium filled with 30,000 people celebrating him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. When I showed up back home on my flight, of course, some people recognized me, and I'm very thankful for that. But there was no 30,000 people. There was no limo driver ready to take me home. There was no bus waiting. If I had my mom, I had my pops, and they were ready to take me home, and I was ready to go to bed. But there was none of that. There was none of that. But the difference, I can understand the difference, because we have a different way in America of seeing our sports. The problem that I had was you were given the title of a world champion to people who weren't facing the world. That's where I drew the line and said that's hurtful, because you already have those, but you're giving the title to people who aren't doing that. Nothing wrong with being a national champion.
But let me ask you this.
They are great champions. They just didn't have the title.
Is Nikola Jokic one of the best players in the world?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who that is.
Okay, Luka Doncic.
I've heard of him.
Is he not one of the? Okay, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he's okay. What's the question? Are they good? They're great. They're great players. Great players.
But they're world players. They're not from America. And the problem that you're going to run into, Noah, is that Botswana doesn't have a whole lot of athletes to celebrate, as opposed to Americans. If you look at probably Kenya and Ethiopia and Sudan and some of these other countries, the Dutch, the Norwegians, we got NBA, we got MLB, we got football, we got baseball. And so, yeah, teams, they have parades. Nobody is getting, for the most part, even Michael Phelps. I don't know if did they have, how many people showed up at M&T? I don't know if Michael Phelps won 8 goals. I don't know if he had 30,000 show up. I know they might have had a big contingent cheering him on. I just think that the difference is, Noah, is that in a sport, in a country like Botswana, or you're talking about a country, he's their hero. He is to Botswana, he's LeBron James. That's what he is to Botswana.
Yeah. I agree.
Usain Bolt, what he is to Jamaica, he's their Michael Jordan.
I agree.
And when Michael Jordan was in Chicago, they showed out for the parade, but probably when he went back to Wilmington, where he was from, ain't no 30,000 show up for him.
No, I agree. 100%. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting the parade. I'm just showing that the difference of how our sport is shown because the question that was asked again was, how does it feel knowing that when I go back home, it's not with somebody like Teboho is getting when he goes home. And again, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know we have, football and basketball, baseball, golf. Those are all above my sport. I know that. I'm cool with that. Of course, I want to make that better, but I understand that. Again, the only problem I had was you have world champions, but you're giving the title to people who aren't facing the world, and you're giving them the title of world champion. That's the only thing.
World champion, yeah.
That's the only thing.
Me personally, Noah, I think your two biggest meets are the Olympics and the World Championships. And the Diamond Leagues, yeah, I mean, if you stream it, you can see it. It's not as televised as, say, football or basketball or baseball. And so it's hard for the cash person. Everybody has a favorite team. Whether, the Cowboys fans, they're all over the place. The Steelers fans, the Packers, whomever. And so it's hard when I only really get a chance to see Noah Lyles maybe 3-4 times in a 4-year span, a 4-year cycle.
I agree, 100%. It's something that I talk to World Athletics, USATF, the Diamond Leagues constantly about. I mean, you know what the hardest pill is going to be for us to swallow as a sport? Sprint just came out. It's successful around the world. It's successful in the US. They're about to come out with another season, and it's going to do great. The hard part is that we as a sport are not ready for the popularity that is going to come. Everybody's going to say, I want to be a track and field fan. I want to follow Fred. I want to follow Noah. I want to follow Arion. Guess what? We don't even have a place to tell them to go to watch the track, because it's in every other different country, a different place. And you got to get a VPN, and you got to find your own website. You got to go on these back alley places to just watch regular TV in a different language. We ourselves are not ready infrastructurally wise to say, hey, world, come on. We got something amazing for you. And that's the hard part. We just, the rights just for the Diamond Leagues just got dropped by NBC and moved to Flow Track. Now we're putting it behind a paywall and making it even harder for fans to become new fans.
Yeah,
to watch, enjoy it. Okay,
it hurts because I knew this was going to happen. I knew that that sprint was going to be successful because we have great athletes, great stories. The sucky part is we are not ready for it yet. We need to get ready, and we need to do it fast because it's coming to LA.
Is the event you're talking about is Michael Johnson? What he just launched? I think he got Sid McLaughlin. I think he had a couple
Grand Slam track.
Grand Slam track. Yes. Have they approached you about being an active participant in this?
I've been in talks between me, Michael, and my agent. We've been in talks since the day I heard about it. Trying to get as much information, trying to get as much a feed on it. A feel for what's going on. There's a lot that I like that he's doing. There's a few things that I think could be a little better, but the thing that's stopping me at the heart of it is I have yet to hear a TV provider. Again, what good is it if we're producing these great times, these great shows, these great rivalries, and nobody sees it? Because now we get to the problem. We're in the same problem with the Diamond Leagues and with World Championships. I need to hear a TV provider, and I need to know that it's going to be able to get seen consistently.
Yeah, I think and that's one of the important things to grow the sport is the exposure. You have to have the exposure. You have to have the visibility. Also, on the back end of that, and what I like is the more personalities that we have in track and field. Those that don't just go out and do their job and just do it quietly, but make noise while they're doing it. It creates a certain excitement for people that don't watch or just might be just casual fans to want to tune in. Yeah, it forces and it makes people want to tune in and see what's going to happen, especially when you have guys that are polarizing like yourself, that have the personality and have the enthusiasm and this certain aura about them that makes you want to watch, even if you're not a track fan. But again, man, the TV exposure and visibility is very important, and it's sad in 2024 that it's not where it should be, where more people can watch it.